Hi guys, welcome back. Magic Farm 2 with me, Sid, and there's nothing like watching the sun go down while lightning strikes out of your back and you enjoy a nice espresso. Right, enough of that work. What's going on? Turn that harness off. I'm up here just going to look at the spam sign over there. That's going to have to go in a bit because I have plans for that area. But yeah, I just thought I'd like to show you the progress on the old automated farm up here. So this is doing very nicely indeed. The odd thing pops off and goes down the conveyor belt. And yeah, so two things I want to do today. First, I want to start down in the Thorncraft area, and let's get down here. I'm just going to change myself back to fast. I just realised I'm on fantasy video settings and my FPS was a little bit low. Anyway, Ernest here is a little bit slow. We've been distilling charcoal and got a whole load of ignis and quite a bit of potentia. So I've got plenty of fuel for my thermostatic harness, otherwise known as my jetpack. But what I want to make today is a couple of things. Let's go to Golem and see. We've got down here these various upgrades, and the tiny bow tie, which I've researched, it's basically black wool, string, and a bit of vis or essence, essentia, or whatever you want to call it. And basically makes him go a bit faster. So that's one thing I'd like to make. Now the other one is this one, the Golem Upgrade Air, which is basically an air shard surrounded by gold nuggets and some air essence. So shush. The one thing I haven't got on me is any gold. So I'm going to go and grab that quickly, and I will be right back. Okay, well, my wand is pretty well charged, so the first thing we'll do is the air upgrade, or otherwise known as speed upgrade. Golem upgrade. So that's pretty straightforward. And the other thing we want to do is this one. He's going to be the most dashing little golem in the alchemy lab. So, come here, Ernest. First things first. And if you look at his, I don't know whether you can see his belly button. I know this seems wrong trying to look at a golem's crotch, but you can see there's just a little belly button there. If he were a tallow golem, he'd have a double belly button. But if I right click, see that's gone in there now, so he's been upgraded. Ernest, look at me when I'm talking to you. Yeah, so you can see that's in there. Now that will make him go faster, which is fine. But if we give him this, oh, now it looks like an Ernest. He's even got a little bow tie, and that espresso didn't fill me up at all. Right, so let's just I think I've got some charcoal up here from left over from when I was burning. I'm just going to do, because that's got a couple of each, so we'll just put that in, just see what kind of improvement he has. In you go. Right, off you go, Ernest. Do your thing. His pathfinding's still balked, of course, but yeah, he does seem to be faster. Oh yeah, it's definitely faster. Much, much faster. Okay, so while Ernest is doing that, just make sure that's not going to... We're done? Yep, okay. Right, so the thing I want to do today is to start making use of that green gloop that I've got down in the slime spawner. So to do that, I'm going to need to make an auto-enchanter. Auto-enchanter, there we go. Now this is pretty straightforward stuff. It's a couple of books, redstone reception coil, machine frame, couple of diamonds, some obsidian and some plastic sheets. So I'm going to go and grab that together, and I'll be back in a moment with that, and also the power conduits and stuff. I should have some. Definitely got fluid duct, got a redstone reception coil. Don't know whether I'll need those. Got a couple of plastic sheets, so I'll get the rest of the stuff together and I will be back in a moment. Okay, so we got everything we need, so I should be able to do that. I can. So that's that. I'm going to need to grab some books. I'll get them out of the auto, or some out of the auto disenchanter. Don't need them all. And let's head down and see about using some of this. I don't remember that block being missing. Maybe it was. Maybe I'm going mad. Who knows? So yeah, they've been busy. There's been another legendary spawned in the meantime there. So got lots of stuff to disenchant. We got all of this mob essence, 15.5 buckets worth. So we're going to need to find a point to bring this across. And also take some of that out. Right. So if I pop this down here. Now I don't know whether there used to be a problem with the auto disenchanter that if you put a stack of books in, it broke really horribly. Don't know why I just did that, but there we go. I only need to take one out really. I think that should be adequate for that. And we can pop that in there. Stick our auto enchanter on here. So that's there. It's at level 30. It's fully powered, but it currently has no... Ooh, yeah, don't like that. Right. Where's me crescent hammer? I thought that was a step for some reason. I don't know why I thought it was a step, but I did. Okay, not a problem. We will do this. Bonk, 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 bonk. Oh, hello. And there, yeah, we just bog standard. Nothing special there. Nothing to see here. Move along. Okay, so we've got the power. We can pop that in there. And we can cover up. We can... Let's try this again. Let's just box it in properly. I don't think anything can spawn. Yeah, I'm absolutely positive nothing can spawn down here. But I guarantee it can't now. And fluid duct. No, fluid duct. So obviously nothing flowing at the moment. So that's where our pneumatic servo comes in. We'll right click on that. We'll give it a low signal. And that's an output. So that has drained down really quickly. That's got 4 buckets. There's still 10 buckets left in there. So let me try. It's got the work. It's doing the work. It is doing the work. There's quite a lot of work to be done. It has to be said on this. Yeah, and it is draining more essence as it's doing the work. Not sure how much it takes to make a level 30 book. We may not actually have enough. I know when I used this on FTB a long time ago now, or it certainly seems like a long time ago anyway, I had a huge tank. I mean, it was massive. I just had a massive auto blaze spawner using the soul cage. Soulforge mod, and that was just spitting out books like there was no tomorrow. I couldn't empty the tank, it was going so fast, but I suspect this may be slightly different. Please, let's see what we get. Now, one of the plans I have for the long term is I want to turn the spam factory into something quite special. So it's going to be a food production facility, experience facility. I'm going to be losing the stuff that makes the spam. I'm going to be going to a normal grinder, and that way we get actual steaks and pork chops or whatever. So let's see what we get here. We're nearly there. But it occurs to me that I can actually make a really fancy dandy machine over there. And I'm probably going to be doing that when I get back from my holidays, because this will be going out, I'm just trying to think, the day before I get back from my holidays. I would have been there 2 weeks almost at this point. So here we go, almost there. Give me something good. Haste would be nice. Spider-Man 1, wonderful. I don't even know what that does. Right, well, that's 4,000, that's fine. There's not, I'm guessing, I think there was 14,000 in there, so well, that's probably about 9,000 to do a level 1 book. We'll leave that to fill up a bit anyway, and that's the auto-enchanter which will utilise this facility. But ultimately, I think the facility that I'm going to have is going to be so much cooler and so much more productive that you just won't believe it. Okay, I'm just going to take a break because my voice is feeling a bit cracky. I need to get a quick drink, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, now the other thing I wanted to try and do this episode, it might be a bit short, but you may recall this thing. The flux infused sword, and I said that I couldn't figure out how you charged it. I couldn't find any documentation anywhere, anything useful. I believe I know how to charge it. It's this thing, an energetic infuser. So we're going to need a couple of transmission coils, reception coils, some copper, machine frame, and a leadstone energy cell, which is again pretty cheap to make. So I'm going to grab all the bits and pieces we need to make that. So I'm going to need, what was it, 4 lead, some glass, and a chunk of redstone, and my guess is it's like that. It is. So we got that one. What else do we need? Machine frame. So that's iron, and 1 gold. I'm going to need another gold as well, aren't I? And that is going to be the one of those. So that will give us a machine frame. So that and that, we need a, was it a redstone reception and 2 transmission. Now the reception is gold and redstone, transmission I believe is redstone and silver. Let me check that one out. That should be gold and 2 redstone, that's a transmission, sorry, reception, and that one should be transmission, and finally a couple of copper. Never 2 copper when you want one. Okay, that's nice. A couple of those. We'll stick that out of the way. Get rid of that. Get rid of, not that, that, and let's go and make one of those, energetic infuser. I will take some Sakura planks and some Sakura slabs because I'm going to stick it in downstairs with all the other machines, and I think I shall pop it here. seems like as good a place as any. So it's going to go there, so we're going to need one of them. Bonk. Put that on there. So that is charged up. We will, let's have a look, chop that out and that out. And that should give us that. And until we've got another machine to go in here, we'll just spin it round like that. That works nicely. We've got that, so we should be able to put that in there. And indeed, it is charging. So that's charged. Now, what I don't know, of course, is how good this is compared to the other weapons. Now, what was there's a key for that as well. Options, controls, or I think it was it V? Empower. So V is conflicting. What else has got V? Activate flood. Let's L. Yeah, there you go. I haven't got a flood, so V's good. So I think V empowers it, and that turns it off. Let's go try it out. Go armed for combat. So I've got my. This is +8 attack and +1 flux. This is my nice looting rapier. Is it longsword, isn't it? Let's see who's about up here. Normally not shy of a few volunteers. Hello? Any volunteers? Oh yeah, here we come. Got some zombies on the way. Now this zombie, let's try him without for starters. Just keeping my eyes about, making sure there's nothing coming from the other direction. Well, I can't say it's the most impressive sword in the world, but of course it doesn't have durability, which is an advantage. So that was doing about 11 damage. Now what I need to do is find one and try my Tinker's Construct sword on it. Come on, zombies. Any zombie will do. Oh, there you go, there's one coming. Come to me. Is that a wisp? I think it was. Right, you are just a zombie, nothing special about you. So that does about the same damage as the flux sword charged. Now let's just it was a very expensive sword for what it does, I think is the fair way to describe that. Oh, hello. Especially when you've got this Tinker's Construct sword, which is probably just, it could be a lot better actually, to be honest, than it already is. So, yes. Anyway, at least we know how to charge it now, which is always a bonus. Rather than thinking I've just wasted the time on it, I will probably put it back on the sword rack, where it will become an antique, a family heirloom. Did I just hear someone growl? could have sworn I just heard a grumble for a zombie. But it would appear I was mistaken. Okay, so that's a practical experiment over there. I'm just going to head back to the centre and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so the last thing as I want to do is I've not really got a huge amount of inventory space, but as I said, we got this Iron Tendrils Age, which isn't overly pleasant, as you can see, because it's very dark. It's a cavern world. So what I want to do is to try and get another Iron Tendrils Age built. So we'll get ourselves a linking panel. I'll just borrow this chest to divest myself of all the garbage that I actually don't want about my personage. And what are we going to want? Let's think. We're going to definitely need, let's sort that, iron ore block. So we want one of those. We will definitely want, I think I'll go for spheres actually, because spheres actually are a lot easier to handle. Spheres. Okay. And then what biome? Let's just go for we'll have Icy Hills. That sounds like a fun one. And we'll go for something that's not practical this time around. Have we got something snowy? Snow, sublime scrubland. That sounds nice. We'll have one of those. And an overgrown greens. That will do us. So we've got the bookbinder, we've got some leather. Yep, thank you. So a leather, linking panel, we need Icy Hills, overgrown greens, sublime, and I want sphere. I can never remember whether you're better at doing it that way around or that way around, but we'll take our chances with that. We'll grab a linking book and a lectern thing, and let's give this a try. And that will be probably enough for this episode, but let's get, eat. I'm going to put on my thermostatic harness, that way should I need to get out of the place quickly I can take to the skies. And let's generate a new world. Well, that was reasonably successful. Bit full of mobs, but I've got this, so I can at least fly around and do my stuff. This, so far, oops, let's turn that off, looks pretty damn good. I don't think we're wanting for iron anytime in the future. Yeah, I love this biome. These ice trees are just gorgeous. Now, I'm not seeing any negative effects, so I don't think there's any instability. It doesn't seem like it. Right, let's get my book and stuff. Let's zap back down there. And we'll take this back, and this is a definite keeper, I think. Bonk, bonk, and back to the overworld. Right, iron sorted. definite keeper there. I may rename that one when I've got enough levels. But yeah, so that's a new age for us to work with, and I think we'll call it a day at that one. So until next time, hope you enjoyed this rather bitty-bobby episode, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.